already got a video a little bit earlier, splitting on the footer. That's still down here because I got a feeling that right on that one, and maybe that one that I got the axe stuck in, might be a pain because they're still a little wet. But you guys will probably hear some gunshots. Again, got a class going on. Said it in the other video, but I don't have the whole editing and this and that. Don't really care to. Man, it'd be nice to connect the two videos or this or that, but don't really need to. Okay. Running through. I don't hand split as much as I used to, and I can tell. Which I'm not a big fan of this maul. I need to get a new handle for my old one. I've got one that was my grandpa's that I started splitting wood with in high school. And I always loved splitting with it. Busted the handle on it long ago and just never got a handle. I went and bought one of these 6 pounds and I had an 8 pound. I wore the 8 pound out. Need to get a handle for it too. It's just a beater. Like I said, I don't hand split like I used to. Used to be able to hand split all that and not care. I bet he had that first one a hand split earlier. It was one every smack. But again, it's just pine. Some of it's yellow. I think all of this is yellow. Figured it'd be pretty high. Help them keep hold of it. Need a house shingle? Probably gonna have to turn you. Yeah. Issue here is the splitting block ain't cut straight. I don't even know which one that was. It's like the other reason I like hand split. No, I think I said it in one of my other videos. I was always told by doctors not to play football, basketball, baseball, this or that, because of depth perception and hand-eye coordination. So something like this, you know, it kind of improves on it. Not that I care to play sports. Real sports to me is shooting, hunting, fishing. You gotta have a better splitting block or something. I don't know about better, but we'll find out. Or the bundle piece. Overshot. Like, I love my little 2.5 pound, but it's not quite enough. I need to get a 3.5. That's what this is. I'm not a huge double bit fan. I mean, they're nice, but I just... They serve a purpose, but... actually stick. Once again, the bundles that I've got right now, especially, they're more of a, what I'd call a kindling bundle or a starter bundle. Because, you know, a lot of the local campgrounds and stuff around, they've got a bunch of, you know, sticks and this and that and yada yada yada. I mean, I've went catfishing and this and that over the years a lot, and I couldn't tell you how many times I would have liked to have had something like that just to take with me and get a fire started catfishing on the bank or going to Catfish Paradise or this or that. But I've also got plans to take like the, you know, the stove wood, heat wood. And I just gotta get some racks and stuff built. That way I can do some like $20, $40 sections. I'm thinking about cutting it off at like 60 bucks. Do like, I don't know, 2 or 3 $60 sections. That's like some pieces get a little small, some pieces get a little big. But I try and keep everything where, you know, anybody from, I don't know, say a 6-year-old to a 90-year-old can carry stuff in and stock a stove. Not saying the 6-year-old necessarily needs to stock the stove, but, you know, they could carry it in for their parents, grandparents. Again, that's where I originally started. I was helping my great-grandpa split wood. That one was trying to fall over on me. Got one more and we gotta bust up some more room. Again, I can sit here with the axe all day. It's that maul that works on my back. That's why, again, I think even if I'd get like a 5-pound axe, because even a sledgehammer ain't that bad on it. I guess that one will pass. You guys still see over there to the... I was sliding over this way a little bit. Get me out away from the scrap pile too. You know what? I'm gonna leave you guys going. I'm gonna go grab a hammer. All right. I had a feeling I was gonna bust just a sliver off. That wasn't very good on the handle. Good thing it's one of them cheapy fiberglass. Not one of them nice wood handles. Now I'm trying to show the kindling slivers. Good now. Alrighty. It's like I can definitely tell I'm out of shape and out of the swing of hand splitting. Yeah, I'm used to be. I could do that and campaign up. Oh, come on now. Not what I wanted. Oh, I don't want it either. So now it's close. Might wind up putting the rest of it on the splitter. I'll be honest, I'm gonna last that as far as this. One more. I'm gonna see if I can do it. Man, I know I can do it. This weather looks like a puss on camera. I was thinking I should have put a short sleeve on today. Oh, poor aim. Right, they're coming for me. I hear the helicopter. That's what you're shooting for. You're just gonna take slivers. I think their channel is Mountain Life and PNW or something. They're one of their reasoning for it is they can't bulk it like autos can and stuff. And then there's like Buckeye Ray that just likes hand splitting, which I like hand splitting too. Can't so much say my back. That's like, yeah, that's just kind of random, but I love fast cars and everything, but the amount of people that just speed past people's houses and stuff nowadays. Alrighty, done with that thing. Finally. I don't know if that thing hates me or my back hates it. Alright, there we go. I don't know if you guys could see it, but where that axe was. Again, I'm not the best teacher, but like Buck and Billy Ray says, try and shoot for half or less. Which, again, I've swung axes and stuff for years, but that's one of those. And again, depending on who you learn from is how you learn, and everybody knows a little bit something different, or somebody might know something somebody else don't, or that. Which sometimes I'll be more talkative than others. I don't really got much to talk about today so far. And I guess I could tell you about, like some of you might know, I don't know what the actual part's called, but it's a little panel between the saw case and the bar that clamps there, kind of around your chain or over your chain tensioner, oiler, and such. Which I think I know what did it. Because my old bar went bad on me last Friday. I got a new one, but last week when the other one went bad, it was shoving the chain over, which is probably what bent the little panel thing. Again, I don't know what you'd call it, don't really care to. I mean, if you ask me, it's just a stupid little money maker piece is what it is. Which, based off research and everything I can find, it's another one of the reasons a lot of guys suggest the West Coast Saws clutch cover and stuff is for the extra clamp force to help keep that sealed. I mean, the main reason I've been wanting it's for the chip deflection. Man, I've got my own air filter mod. I built my own full pipe. It's not going to be the last pipe that I make, but I got to get some more flat plate. I'd really love to sell enough wood extra, because again, I got some things I need to buy, some things I need to fix, this and that, but sell enough extra wood to get the TIG torch and stuff for my welder and try and make a stainless ram horn. There's a lot of people that would say it's too loud, but I like it, and the saw likes it. I mean, again, it's if it was meant to be quiet, you'd grab a handsaw. That's like, honestly, I'd kind of like to try and build a because I'm going to stick with 362s for just firewood saws. Man, I want to get a 400 just to try with a 24-inch bar. And maybe carry a 362 and a 400. That way you get pinched, or one saw messes up, or this or that. But I wouldn't mind building one and sending it. It's like, again, I've watched a lot of Buck and Billy Ray's videos. I've watched a lot of I think it's Davies Logging. I'm horrible with names. A lot of Chris Within the Wood Yard. There's a couple new ones. Not really new ones, but new ones that found through TikTok and so on. which I apologize for the sniffles and such. I'm just allergic enough to pine that my sinuses just love it. Not quite. That's like I've been looking at a saw for sale here local. It's in pieces. I don't know if I can justify. I mean, it's like a $1,500–1,600 saw new, but it had the piston chip on it. And the guy has a new cylinder and everything for it. He's only asking $200 for the whole saw. Nothing else. I could spend $200, go buy a new saw and have a parts saw, nothing else. But my thought is, get it and have a little winter project. And because the only saw I've got right now is that 362, which, I mean, it's a great little saw for 59cc, but I'd like to get a bigger saw with at least a 28-inch bar. I mean, not that we've got massive timber in West Virginia, but we do get some bigger red oaks and maples and that. And again, it's just always a good idea to have a backup saw anyway. That's like I'm honestly debating on trying to get a, I'm not real sure what top handle I want. I've looked at the 2511T Echoes, the 201T Stills, and then the Husqvarna G11s. So I'm thinking one of them with like a 16-inch bar chain, and then, you know, my 362 with a 20, and try and get a 661 and run a 36 and a 28. Okay, again, if I can get the mill that I've been looking at, it'll cut like a 35.5 inch cut is what it'll be, one swipe. Okay, again, I don't know if I've said it in any of my videos or not, but ideally I want the firewood to be more of a byproduct thing. Yeah, I mean, I love cutting it and splitting it, but it's not what I'd call a high quality, you know, build a legacy on the product. I mean, it could be. Again, it's like anything else. But as my one grandpa had a mill, which we've actually got it at the property at the moment. And I got to work it with him a few times, and then we've sawed with it a few times, and this and that. And I've just always wanted a mill. And again, I mean, there's plenty of people that they cut lumber and this and that, but none of them cut, you know, what I'd call quality production lumber. You know, ready to build houses, this and that. Okay, again, I could sit here and talk all day long about how, you know, they got rid of all the hardwoods, replaced it with conifer forest in the mid and eastern United States to try and get rid of the high quality hardwoods. But okay, again, I mean, you can look at 200-300-year-old barns that were built on farms and they're still standing, this and that. Wood's still solid. And then look at houses that were built 2-3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, with, you know, pine that's rotten and falling apart. That's just, you know. One of those, again, back to that, trade a lot of quality for minuscule convenience. And people don't want to wait a year to build a house, so they'd rather go buy a, you know, pre-built that gets slapped together by a bunch of people that, you know, again, not saying it meanly, but they hate their job to begin with, so they just do the bare minimum. I mean, again, you know, that's like, if I hated firewood, you think I'd, you know, have a quality pile like that? Which I didn't really think I'd have an hour video hand splitting that little bit, but I did. Better than nothing though, got 2 videos today. Pile keeps growing. I'm starting to sell a little bit. I'm gonna try and sell this front section off. That way I keep it off the road and then keep piling it back, and I'm gonna try and keep about a truck width so you can pull in straight or just kind of back in with a trailer or something parallel off the road and, you know, toss it in by hand. I don't do that whole loading it with the tractor crap. Get too much dirt and debris, and again, I'm not nitpicky, and I try and get people to stack it in neatly so that they get more for their money. And, you know, again, a lot of people nowadays are just greedy, nitpicky. I mean, you know, it's like that. A lot of people throw half of that in that pile, and I mean, you know, a lot of it's good quality wood like that. There's nothing wrong with that. I just, you know, there's a little bit of punky-ish in it, and I don't like it to sell. So, have a good one. Get out, get active, get healthy.